Really went. Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yes guys, how you doing? My name is Max Kelly and we are once again back at Parkrun. Yes, today ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the Severn Bridge Parkrun and I want to say a massive thank you to Lumino2358 for recommending this one almost every single week on the channel. So big shout out, and to everyone else that has recommended this one as well. It's an absolute banger because today we have a straight shootout for first finisher against my new enemy, and I'll give you a little bit more on that one. But before we do that, where will I be at next week's Parkrun? Well, that lies solely in your hands. Leave a comment down below and let me know where you think I should do my next Parkrun. So who is this new enemy of mine? Well, on screen right now, this is Charlie. Now, Charlie has appeared in a number of my videos and we have quite the battles. Now, the last time Charlie featured was last weekend at the Podium 5K. And Charlie, how did you get on in that one, mate? Yep, you lost to me, brother. But I can tell you now, I also did a Parkrun against Charlie in Worcester and he absolutely smashed me in a sprint finish. So at the moment, it is 1-1. Now, today, we are here at the Severn Bridge Parkrun. If you haven't done this one or if you haven't seen this one before, it's rather unique. According to the race marshal beforehand, it stretches across 2 countries and 3 counties. How that works, I've got absolutely no idea, but trust me, that is correct. So I guess we are going international then with the Parkrun series, and this is the first time that I've had to take my passport with me. Obviously not, that was a good joke my dad made in the morning. So this Parkrun then is an out and back over the Severn Bridge. Now it's a slow incline on the first 2.5 kilometers. We hit a turnaround point and then we come straight back on ourselves, and it lends itself to being a very fast Parkrun. It is quite challenging on the way out apparently if it's a windy day. Now we are blessed today, as you can see, wonderful sunshine, perfect conditions to run fast, and I tell you now, we do run this one rather fast. Okay, in the early stages of this one, and we are in the uphill stage of this Parkrun. We're sat in 4th position. Charlie and I are actually working together for a change. We're looking now ahead to 1st place and see if we can form a little bit of an allegiance here and work towards that 1st place finisher. Now, over the last few weeks, I have uploaded a few videos in terms of new running shoes that I've been testing out. However, it takes me hours to make these videos, and a lot of the comments I get is actually not about all the expensive shoes that I've been buying, but it's about the Chinese super shoes. Li Ning is the company, and I've received so many comments about I should be wearing the Li Nings this and I should be wearing the Li Nings that. So, well, I've actually managed to pick a pair up, and this week I'm actually doing my Parkrun in the Li Ning Severn 6 Elites, and my mate Andy, the FOD runner, he is absolutely obsessed with this shoe. He's put a few videos up on his YouTube channel, so I thought in this week's running shoe segment I'm going to be talking about this running shoe. Now, last week I wore the Puma Fast R3 and they cost me an absolute fortune at 260 quid. We've been on rice and beans for the last week, but this week, at a much more respectable price, you can buy the Li Ning's Severn 6 Elites for around 150 quid on AliExpress. So I've picked a pair up last week and I've been testing them to see how they compare, because to be honest with you, I can't keep affording to buy those £260 Fast Puma R's, whatever they're called. Gotta say, these shoes, I've been impressed so far. Now, I think these are a really strong tempo-based shoe, or a half marathon workout shoe. I've got a lot of comments on the channel about people saying they absolutely love them, and the red hair Li Nings as well. I'd be fascinated to know if any of you guys are using them. Now, to me, they feel a little bit like a Prime X, and Adidas Prime X is a really strong stack height, but today I came into this Parkrun really tired, and I started out feeling like this is going to be a really hard effort, but the leanings, just to be fair to them, they actually felt really good. I'm actually going to test them a little bit more, and I'm going to keep working with them. I'm absolutely fascinated to know if any of you guys are using them as well. So far, I've been very impressed with them. As I said, Andy, he loves this shoe. I've seen Ed Bud's done a review on them as well, and I'm just intrigued because if they're going to be a lot cheaper to buy than the Puma or the Adidas or Nike equivalents, then I might be tempted to pick a few more pairs up, save a few pennies. But yeah, I'm honestly thinking these could be my training go-to shoe or even my park racing shoe for the foreseeable future. Alright, we're working quite nicely as a duo here. I decided to take the lead before Charlie decided to take the lead again. Now, just this last weekend, if you haven't seen already, I attempted that all-elusive sub 15, and yet again, agonizingly, I fell just over 1 second short. 15:01.1 was the official chip time, so we are getting so much closer to that sub 15, and I can reveal we are training as hard as we possibly can, because next month at the Bristol Track Club, the 5k event around the cycle track there, it's absolutely rapid. I am going to go all out to break that 15 minutes once again. This will be attempt number 8. If you remember attempt number 6, that was just a month ago. That was with Ben is running. Attempt number 7, that was last weekend in Leicester, and we fell so short. But I've come with a new plan of attack. Usually I'm very heavily focused on running more miles, running bigger volume weeks, but this time around I'm getting specific. I'm getting not too focused on the mileage for the week, but actually trying to really put in some high quality track work, and we've been doing that. We've been doing some high quality tempo work on the Tuesday evening as well. I just need to stay injury free and really just trying to work on that 5k pace as best we can. Trying to make 3 minutes per kilometre, just try and feel normal as best as possible. It's bloody hard. Alright, that is the second kilometre of the day, as Charlie points out to the wonderful views down the right hand side. We are getting close to the chap in front. That was a 3:30, and let me tell you this, that will be by far the slowest kilometre of this park run. We will pick the pace up, I can assure you of that, because in sight ahead is that turnaround point, and when we hit that turnaround point, we know it's pretty much all downhill to the finish line. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this park run is incredibly unique, because what you can see ahead of us, that is the wonderful England. And behind us, when we turn around, unfortunately, we will be heading back into Wales. But this park run is really unique, and I've got to say, it is one of my favourites. I still think my favourite park run that I've done, and I'm going to probably get a lot of people commenting saying what theirs is, and that's cool. I actually think my favourite park run that I've ever done was the Clevedon park run. And before I explain to you why that was my favourite, I want you to just watch the Japanese style turn here.
Oh, wrong way. Oh no, wrong way.
Yep, that still needs some work, and Charlie also tried it as well. Charlie went the wrong way, I went the right way, and we nearly ended up running into each other. So as I was saying, Clevedon was my favourite park run, I think, of this year. It just had a combination of really nice views and just interesting challenges. There was no sort of one part of the course that was similar. Everyone was really friendly, so Clevedon has been my favourite one this year.
Happy chap. Come on, senior, come on!
Okay, keep an eye on that pace, top left-hand corner of the screen. We do start to pick up, because now we are on the flatter section, but then we will start to drop down, and as you can tell, we will pick the pace up. We're starting to pick off the bloke in first place as well, getting closer all the time. Now, a key part of my racing, my park running, and my training at the moment is focused around being hydrated and prepared to run hard. Now, my good friend Joe, who owns an electrolyte company called Invigorate, and I've been using Invigorate's electrolytes a lot recently, and the difference in my training and my hydration has been game-changing. Honestly, you guys will know if you've seen my channel, I'm always pushing Invigorate because they are genuinely such a clean hydration and a healthy hydration for us runners. There are so many bad hydration companies out there, and this is just not one of them. They are absolutely incredible. It's so easy to take on board when when you're running, before you're running, after you're running, and it just takes hydration issues out of your running game. There's no feeling of that garglingness in your gut. It goes straight into the bloodstream as it's designed to do, and for me it's been so good for my running. There is a discount code on screen now that gives you 25% off, and no, I am not getting any commission from this at all. There's also a deal on as well. When you buy 2 packs that are on screen now, you'll get a completely free water bottle, the one that you'll see me taking as well in my training. Seriously guys, these guys need to be getting after. Electrolytes are the way forward, especially when they're as clean as the ones that Invigorate sell. So jump on board with these guys. I'll leave all the link down below in the description. Alright, that's the 3rd kilometre in a 3:13. Again, that will be the slowest kilometre that we now do out the last 2. This is really starting to heat up nicely, and we've managed to catch up with first place.
Keep right. Stay right. That's no fans.
So we're now massively on that downhill section, and top left hand corner of the screen, 3:05 is the current pace, and I know how difficult my challenge is ahead, because Charlie here, he has an almighty kick on him, so I know that if I'm going to beat him today, I have to get ahead of him with good time to go, because if I do it too late, then I will just lose to him on a sprint finish. So the plan's going to be, I need to get ahead of Charlie with more than a sprint finish to go. I'm going to have to time that to absolute perfection, because the man, well, he is in shape. Last weekend he ran 15:06, so he was only a couple of seconds behind me, as was Henry as well. Henry is his little amigo. He was there today, but he wasn't actually racing this one today because he's doing the Gloucester Half Marathon tomorrow, so he was tapering for that one. So it's Charlie and I today, and I can tell you now there's absolutely no love lost over this one. We are really starting to move quite nicely now. Look at the pace, top left-hand side of the screen, 2:59. That slope a second ago did say -6, -5 now, -6 again, because we are starting to lose elevation as we roll down.
Well done, great job.
Now, I did actually forget to mention, down there on the left-hand side of the screen, that is where we started our 10k race around 6 weeks ago. That was the Speedway 10k, and that's where I hit my PB of 31:14. So it was nice to just see that one on the left-hand side of the screen. Okay, now we're starting to get into the serious part of this park run, because we have got almost 1 kilometre to go, and this is where decisions need to be made. I need to think about how on earth I'm going to put Charlie into the ground, because I can't leave it late. If I leave it late, he's just going to outdo me. So we need to have a real think now about when we're going to overtake him. Alright, if you can hear her hairdryer in the background, that's Victoria doing her hair. We're about to go out for dinner. Now, I would say the course record for this one currently stands at 15:15, and that was set by Sam Griffiths. Now, I can tell you we don't quite get that one today, but we do run in the 15 minutes, and we do run pretty quickly for us today. That is the 4th kilometre. I think that was like a 3-minute flat. Seriously, you can see just how downhill that was. And the shoes, the leaning shoes, they feel pretty good. I'm impressed with those ones today. What shoes will I be reviewing next week? Absolutely no idea. Probably spend even more money yet again and cripple me even further. Anyway, it was all worth it. So Charlie now and I, we're looking towards the last kilometre of the day, and we're going to pick that pace up even more. You'll see ahead shortly as we go over this final section of the river. River, sea, I don't know, I think it's the river. I'm terrible at geography. Anyway, we then take a left-hand turn down the slope, and then it's a right-hand turn under the tunnel, and it will be an absolute banger of a finish, I can tell you that. Now, most importantly, I forgot to say thank you to all the volunteers, all the marshals, everyone that was out in force today making this park run possible. There was a road closure on the other side of the road, not this side, on the other side, so it made it a little bit difficult trying to get home. It took me an hour as opposed to 40 minutes, but it was absolutely worth it. Right, I also keep saying absolutely, so I'm going to take that one out of my vocabulary. And where I go next week at my next park run, well, that lies completely in your hands. Leave a comment down below, and who knows, I might just be turning up at your local park run. Okay, heading into the last 500 meters then, and this is where I start to think about a decision about can I overtake Charlie, and when I do overtake him, there's no looking back. It's appropriate for me to leave you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you could do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, it helps me and this little channel grow. I would absolutely appreciate it. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
I gotta try. Oh, again. No. Oh, again. Oh. Oh, Dan. Thank you, thank you guys. Great finish.
Oh my god, that was heavy. I'm just gonna get my phone out.
I knew you'd have me. I knew it.
What have we been through 5K?